right. All right. Hello, everybody. We are getting started today. We are recording. Okay. Hello, everybody. It is our team call on Wednesday. We're going to try to keep this to 30 minutes or less. So I'll take some questions at the end, and if you guys want to mute yourself on the back end, if you guys know how to do that, you can go to your screen or whatever device you're on and mute it somehow, just so we get the clearest sound possible. I can hear Stormy.
Oh, sorry. Oh, shoot. I didn't realize I was not muted.
It's obvious. It was just like, oh, it must be Union Square because. Okay, perfect. So October promotions, I just want to put this out here. So today we're going to talk about what's going on in October. We're going to talk about our new 2-week new enrollment or older enrollment that has been around for a while but needs the support. Our 2-week group, Intro to doTerra, basically living doTerra, the 2-week education group that we're doing, and then how to get your oils paid for or free. So we're going to talk about that, how to get oils for free, because who doesn't want free oils and free products? So okay, so just some housekeeping things in the beginning here. October, we have an awesome promotion that they've never done before, which is when you place a 200 PV product value order anytime throughout the month. So it could be a new enrollment or an LRP order, Loyalty Rewards Program order. Then you will receive a free bottle of Citrus Bliss, Balance, and Serenity, I believe, which is incredible. And I think it's worth $70, $80, $90. So that's an amazing incentive. You can share that with people in your classes. You don't need to say that it's a monthly promotion. You just say this is the promotion for the class. And if you take advantage of it, if you enroll by tonight or the next 24 hours, then you would receive that promotion. So that's important to put a time limit on it, because people are busy and they forget about it. It's one more thing to think about and decide on. So if you help people make that decision faster, that usually works out better. And then there's less follow-up that has to go on. Okay, so just utilize those promotions in your classes to help people make a decision. And then the other thing is that we've already created it. It's a 2-week Living doTerra Facebook group. And it's for anybody that's newly enrolled or anybody that we've previously enrolled that's never been in the group. So basically we're going to add our whole team to this group. Okay. And it's going to be pretty much the same videos every 2 weeks. So we are working on recording those right now. It's going to be talking about how to live doTerra using the products, how to share doTerra, and how to build doTerra. And so we're going to put videos out every day for them to watch. And then on the 1st and 15th of the month, we will recycle those videos. We might add some more, but some new content there. But we are going to use that to help people understand loyalty rewards, how to use their back office, how to get oils paid for, how to build this business, all things in between, and how to use those 10 basic oils as well. So just be excited about that. And that's a perk as well that you can share with anybody that is coming into your team that you're enrolling anytime in the future. So this is a huge perk. We are going to be sure you are educated pretty thoroughly in the way that our team culture likes to be. So, okay. So be on the lookout for that. We will add you all to that. And we'll also post a link to Team Pacelli for you to sign yourself up as well to join the group. Okay. So how to get my oils paid for. So we're going to talk about how to get free oils and how to get your oils and products paid for completely. Okay. So in doTerra, we have an amazing program that operates like a frequent flyer program with points. Okay. So this program will save you a ton of money on all the things you're already using: toothpaste, face wash, shampoo, conditioner, laundry detergent, so many things. You can make oil-based cleaning products that will cost you pennies as opposed to the pretty expensive, more natural cleaners at the store, let alone all the like toxic cleaners that we're using, that we're buying at Target or Costco or things like that. And you can make really inexpensive cleaners using essential oils. So pretty much everything that is in our life that we use on our bodies, in our bodies, or to clean our homes or to help our pets or our kids, we can find a natural solution. And so this program is really awesome for that. So in doTerra, we have a point system, and it's about 1 point per dollar. Okay, so it's about 1 to 1. And when we are talking about points, we're talking about PV, or personal volume, or product volume. Okay, so when you're looking at something and it says 100 PV, that means it's a roughly $100. Some things aren't quite 1 to 1, so just be aware that sometimes the dollar amount might be slightly different than the point amount. But when we're working with Loyalty Rewards Program, or LRP, we're talking about points, so you want to always be thinking in points. Okay, so again, you're going to save a lot of money using Loyalty Rewards on the stuff you're already having to buy, like the toxic synthetic cleaning chemicals that we use to clean our homes, or other natural ones from the store that are pretty expensive. So you can get all of these things wholesale through your account, or paid for if you're sharing oils. Okay, so I'm going to talk about that. All right, I'm going to share my screen here for a minute and show you this. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so hopefully you can see my screen. I'm going to pull this over here. So this is the Loyalty Rewards Program. I'm going to pull this over. All right, help myself here. Okay, so hopefully y'all can see that. So when we are looking at Loyalty Rewards, sometimes people get confused and they think that they have to do 100 points a month. This is not true. Okay, so we're going to talk about the different requirements for different things. Hang on a second, you guys. I need to grab a different device here so I can see. All right. Okay, so when we're looking at the points here, it looks like anything from 1 to 49 points. So this is a monthly program, but you can cancel it at any time, and it's not obligatory. Okay, it's not mandatory to do this program. So you want to remind people of that in your classes, because sometimes people get a little nervous about that because they think that they're going to be locked into some big commitment, and that's not true. Okay, so 1 to 49 points that you're ordering per month, this is all per month, is going to help you maintain your LRP status. Okay, so you just need to order 1 point. So it's kind of a no-brainer. It's like everybody needs soap. Everybody needs toothpaste or some other, a wild orange or something, and you can just do a couple of points a month and you'll maintain those points. If you cancel your Loyalty Rewards order, you will lose those points. So just be aware of that, and you want to share that with people once they're on board and doing the LRP. And you can just cancel it at any time by calling doTerra customer service. It's really easy. They're super quick on the phone, but you have to call them, okay? Nobody else can do it for you. So when you're enrolling somebody and you set up an LRP for them, let's say when you enroll them, be sure that they know that you cannot cancel it for them. Okay, so it takes literally 3 minutes, but they need to call and cancel it themselves. Okay, and then if you go to 50 or more, okay, you're going to be increasing your percentage back. So in doTerra, when we have our wholesale account, we are getting 25% off of retail. Actually, I'm going to share another. I'm going to find another visual for you guys. So when we are getting 25% off of retail, and when we are using Loyalty Rewards, we can build up to receiving anywhere from an additional 10 to 30%, okay, additional discount. Okay, so I'll show you that here. So if you see this, sorry, it's kind of small, but months 1 to 3, every time you order for those 3 months, when you order 50 or more points, you get another 10% back in free product credit. So you can explain it to people that's basically like getting 35% off of retail, because it's 25% off of retail plus another 10 that you're getting in free product credit into your account. Then months 4 to 6, 7 to 9, all the way up to 13 plus months, you're ordering consistently 50 or more points, then you can build up to that 30% back in product credit. So they're getting 55% off of retail. Okay, so this makes the oils super affordable, and a lot less expensive than a lot of the things we're using in our day-to-day life. Okay, so that's really amazing. Let's go back.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes, hon.
Does that, because I haven't been in the program one full year,
Yeah.
does that start over, or like, will I just stay in 30% year over year?
Did you cancel it, or what do you mean you didn't?
No, I mean, just like, because of course I plan to have my account indefinitely.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just wondering, like, my anniversary date or, the first of the year, if that LRP, like once I've made it to 30%, is that going to start over ever? Or can I just tell people like, yeah, once you hit 30%, like you're in it lifelong?
Yeah, I think we need to check, like, because if they cancel their LRP, of course they'll start over. My question, and that's a good question, maybe we can come back and look it up because that's more technical. So I think if they go my question is if they do 1 to 49, does that keep them at the same percentage? And I think that's your question, right?
Well, no, actually, it's just like year over year. Like, does it ever, sorry, that's why I'm cooking, if you guys are hearing a ding in the background, year over year, does it ever restart? Like, will I ever go back to 10%? Like, if I'm planning on placing 100 indefinitely, but I just didn't know because I haven't been in it a full year.
Yeah, you will always stay as long as you're doing 50 or more, you will stay at that 30% once you're there.
Okay, cool. Because I know that we have to pay that $35 or the $25, fee, but I was just wondering, year over year, if we kept our status and LRP.
Right, yeah. And what Lauren's talking about here is the $25 yearly renewal fee, but they always give you a bottle of equipment, which is $27 retail. So just for you guys that are wondering what that fee is, there's no fees associated with LRP. It's just that we are looking to just maintain that 50 point or more order, at least, to increase our percentage and then get there. And then what I'll have to look up for you guys is what happens if you drop down from 50 into 1 to 49 range, and if that changes anything. So okay, so then
thank you.
You're welcome. So then this is what you're seeing here is once we're at 50 or more points here, we're earning 10 to 30% points, and we are increasing our percentage every month that you're doing this. Okay. Then at 100, we are qualifying to receive income. Okay. Now this is the very minimum that doTerra requires. When we are actually building or sharing, we're wanting to do more like 150 because that will help you get your power of 3 bonus. And if you're not sure what that is, you can look it up. You can Google it. Entrepreneurs get really good at Googling and finding the answers themselves, but the power of 3 bonus, right? That everybody that you get, but you have to, that involves everybody doing 150, but the minimum to receive a commission is 100 points a month. Okay. And you want to keep that 100 points at 100 at all times. We've had a few people miss out on bonuses and fast track bonuses because they didn't have their LRPs set to 100 at all times. Okay, so every Sunday, doTerra is checking, does everybody have their LRP set to 100? And if you do, great, you get paid on Wednesday for that fast start. If you don't get paid. You will miss that commission. I don't want that to happen to you. So understand this. If this doesn't make sense, let one of your upline know and get the support you need, because we want you to get paid, okay? And then 150, can't see that, sorry, 125 here. We see when you place a 125 point order on or before the 15th of the month, then you will receive the free product of the month. So this is one of the ways that you can get free products, okay? So that brings me back. Let's see, yeah. So does that make sense? Any other questions here? All right. So stop sharing and come back here. Cool. All right. So then let me pull up my screen again. Okay. So LRP is basically is a no-brainer, you guys. We're building up to 55% off of retail. Like, who doesn't want that? And it's so easy to do. It's just start to help people replace things in their life with natural alternatives, like their laundry detergent, all of those things. You can make so many things at home that will be so much less expensive than the stuff you're buying at the store, even at Costco. So I hardly ever have to go to the drugstore or to Target, and this saves me a ton of time and money. Okay. And so again, this is not mandatory. LRP is not mandatory, but people love to do it because they save so much money, okay, while reducing the toxic load in their lives. And so who doesn't want that? So to give you, so this gives you free product. It's completely optional. And then you can also change the date of your order whenever you want the order to ship in the month. And we'll do another video on that and how to change your LRP once we are starting with the 2-week education, Living doTerra education group on the 15th, okay? Okay, and so by the end of the year, just by ordering regularly, I have at least $500 to $600 of free product credit that I redeem, and then my Christmas shopping is done. And everybody will love you because everyone loves the oils once they experience them. So, okay, moving into how to get your oils for free, how to get all of your product paid for. So loyalty rewards is a great way. And you can get the free product of the month. You can get other discounts on other promotions that month as well, just depending on what the promotion is that month. So just pay attention to your back office by going to doTerra.com. That's where you log in, okay? And so if you want to get all your products paid for every month, so all the things you are spending money on at the drugstore and Target and Costco, so many of those things you can get for free. Okay, so you do so by earning commissions through doTerra, and you'll want to do that. You want to get to the rank of elite. So the rank of elite is 3,000 overall volume in your organization. So that can be made up of enrollment kits or LRP orders of people on your team. Okay, and so you can get to this rank in a couple of classes, right? So 13, and it's basically 13 home essentials kits will get you to elite. So what you want to do, especially if you're new, right out the gate, you can book 4 classes in your first week. Okay, order the class in a box from the back office, and that will give you invites, handouts, 5 milliliter bottles of wild orange that you can give as incentives for people to host classes. Okay. And some other product guides and Living doTerra magazines. I'm looking over there because mine's over there. So, and then you want to host 4 classes. You want to make a list of 100 people. And if you're doing this, we can share our contact Excel sheet template with you. Okay, if you're sharing or building, make a list of 100 people. Please do not judge whether or not you think somebody would be interested. Okay, don't worry. Let people make that decision for themselves. And then you just start to connect with people. You start talking to people. And if the oils come up or an issue or an ailment comes up, you can invite them to a class. Something important that you can say and that you want to focus on is just building relationships with people. This is a relationship business. It's not about pressuring people to come to class. It's, does somebody have a need, understanding what that need is, and then understanding that you probably have a product to help them address that, okay? Or a financial business opportunity to help them address that, okay? So, and then from those 4 classes, you want to book classes from classes. We have a couple of links that we can share with you of really good ways of doing this and how to phrase that in your class. And so we want to offer an incentive to host the class with you. Something that works well is if you have the 5 milliliter bottles of wild orange, plus the little goodie bags from a video that we can share with you that basically gives people samples. It's a host goodie bag. And you give them the goodie bag and the wild orange at the class that you're hosting, that they're at, and then you invite them to, if they're wanting to host a class for you, then you give them a Modern Essentials book at the class. So they only get the book once they have the class. Okay, that's important. And then people will make the commission from anyone they bring to the class, and then you can go to their house and teach class. Okay, so when people enroll, you want to place them underneath a leader who also wants to build the business and make income through doTerra. Okay, if you're wondering about that, or if you have somebody that's sort of committed or thinks they want to do it, but they're willing to place an order regularly, it could be your mom or your husband, or not your husband, because you can't do that, boyfriend or whatever. We call that a placeholder, and talk to your upline about that before you start placing people under them. We want to be sure that you have a way of transferring them out, okay, if so, if they decide to not build, okay? So we want to protect you from that. And so again, you want to be sure they're committed to ordering a minimum of 100 and then on up to 150 if they're really committed to building, but at least 100 to help you build under them. And then you can meet that power of 3 bonus. You also want to be sure that they're hardworking and coachable, somebody that already has a good attitude, okay? You're really looking to bring in leaders, people that want to develop themselves, that are working to become bigger versions of themselves, okay? So really important that you're attracting in people that already feel confident about themselves. And it doesn't always have to be this way, but it helps, and we want to help people develop that in themselves. And it's really important that people are coachable and are willing to step out of their comfort zone sometimes to create success for themselves. Okay, so once you're at Elite, you will be getting your product paid for. The last thing I'll say about this is a great program to do with our team, with our uplines team, is called 30 Days to, used to call it 30 Days to Elite. Now it's called Launch Your Business. And we host these every couple of months. So be on the lookout for Launch Your Business program. And that will help you hit the rank of Elite, okay? So that's what I have for you guys today. I want to try to keep it short. And then is there any, I'll take questions now if you guys have questions. If there are any.
It's a little confusing for me. So
Yeah.
I mean, the first thing. So like I said, I'm going to meet with Stormy next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess, do you answer questions on the Facebook account if I have?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Is there anything right now that's really hazy? Because it's also, I want to be sure that I'm presenting
a new language.
Yes.
I love the product, and like Stormy's amazing, and I have the oregano growing in my living room, so
good.
I'm just ready to get going with it. It's a little confusing with the LRPs and the points and everything, but I'll once I start practicing it, it'll.
Yeah, it's really normal to be like. I was really confused in the beginning too. You'll get the hang of it. It's actually simpler than it seems at first, but no, that's totally normal, and just stick with it and you'll understand it really soon.
Okay.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Does it make sense how to get to Elite? We want to help people host multiple classes in a week if they're wanting to get their oils paid for and build a business. And then start to be thinking about, goes to, Lori, I'm not sure how much you understand this yet, but like for Lauren and Stormy, we want to start to think about even moving towards Premier, have 2 people under that person that we can start to build under as well, put volume under those people. Okay, so if you can do that, if that's possible, we want to try to help people hit Elite, Premier pretty quickly. Okay, and then when people start to really get paid. Okay, so it's just about consistency and building relationships with people and inviting them to classes because we know that we are helping them. And when we really believe in the product and understand how effective the product is, we never feel like we're bugging people. Okay, that's right. That kind of belief, like, do I have to bug my family and friends? That kind of belief comes from not really understanding the product and how effective it is, but also just understanding just relationships and when we want to talk about these things and when we don't. We want to be tactful about that. So we don't ever have to come in at the wrong time for somebody. We want to tune into people and where they are. And if it's not the time to bring up the oils, then it's not the time, and that's okay. Okay, we're prioritizing the relationship first before anything else. That's the most important thing. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else, ladies? Otherwise, we'll wrap it up. I want to keep it short and sweet. Thank you for being on. It's really helpful. when I have questions to answer too. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See you guys. Bye.